That's live. Copy link to this tweet. Pop this in. And here. One, two. Okay. Looks like all of that's intact. One, two, one, two, one, two. So, I should check what hunts I have outstanding. That one's going to be out of reach. That one's out of reach. That one's out of reach. Yeah, we've only got hard hunts at the moment. Take it a bit easy on those. What we can do... Cross the plains again. I am over-leveled for this section of the game, but that doesn't mean there isn't going to be more leveling to do. I haven't played this since Monday. Monday? Maybe even Sunday. But some familiarities never fade. And even though I have slept extremely badly this week, sleep discipline has been extremely poor. Doesn't one of these chests have something useful in? Ethers will be useful later. Oops. Pretty sure I can handle this part of the game. I said at the end of last stream that I was going to do some grinding, but then I remembered that I need to do one more level before I unlock the good grind spot. Like, the best grind spot in the game. Let's help this guy out. Someone's going to trigger that trap. I just know it. That wasn't really worth it. I do need to farm some of those bird guys. Not these bird guys, the other bird guys. The ones that are passive friendly to you. Because they are needed for the bestiary. Which is a weird game design choice, that there are entries in the bestiary that you can only complete by effectively just murdering friendly passers-by. I don't really know why the devs went for that. I guess possibly something along the lines of
An alliance between Dalmasca and the Empire.
Reason tells me 'tis the only course. We must avoid a wasting war with the Empire at all cost.
Train of thought
Yet
is
I
completely
fear I could
gone.
not bear the shame, had I but the strength.
A shame perhaps for me and for you. But for Dalmasca it is hope.
And you can just accept this, can you?
After Vane's ruse, I had abandoned hope for honor. Yet, never did I forget my knightly vows. If I could protect but one person from war's horror, then I would bear any shame. I would bear it proudly.
I think I'm noticing more this time around
What is shame to me?
is the extent to which Ash's youth is being brought out
The Empire.
in
They will not
her,
accept this.
you know, the effect of her personal pride on her decisions,
Hope
and
for a
also
future where we can join hands as brothers.
Larson, please. This is serious.
and then in the way that she tries to make it about her people, and then Bash has the perfect counterexample in front of them of Van and Penella and Larsa. Really clever little bit of a scene to make that point. Anyway, here we go. Trouble afoot.
The Senate may play at intrigue, but Lord Vane is not one to be brought down easily.
I really like this guy's armor design with the massive rill behind his head. It's super good.
What better blade than he to strike down the enemies of the Empire?
Even if I'm not sure how you see out of it.
2 years since. He too put his trust in Lord Vane's strength, and what became of him? Gone without a trace since Nabudis.
I will not hear you malign Judge Sect. He was a noble warrior. Or do you think his trust in Lord Vane ill-placed?
Vane took 2 of his own brothers' lives. He is ruthless beyond contempt.
The fact that
Ruthless, you say?
Gase has,
Would he were more so?
like,
He gives
kind of
credit
Princess
to
Leia
the
buns
blood
on her helmet.
How fitting for one who would bear the burden of Empire.
I can't wait to beat the crap out of you, dude.
But could we bear him? Zargabath, what of you? Surely you do not believe his brothers were traitors?
So found His Excellency Lord Gramis.
Where are the eye holes in that helmet?
Grace, that matter is long past.
Like, where is he seeing out of?
Your Honors, a summons. Lord Vane has arrived at the palace.
We come at once.
I can't remember what happens to Zargabath.
Lord Larsa has left for Baromises. He hopes to enlist the aid of the Grand Kiltius in stopping the insurgents. I doubt this will be enough to deter Ondor, but even a slight hindrance to his operations would be welcome. This will delay the Rosarian invasion, and we will have bought much-needed time to shore up our defenses.
Just as His Excellency had hoped.
No matter the result, I'm pleased with the young lord's progress. I can already see the stunned faces of those mud-witted senators. The fools think a child emperor's strings easy to pull from the shadows.
This scene is so good in terms of everything it sets up. It's a little bit exposition heavy,
Pleased with the puppet for an
but it's doing so much to characterize the government of the Empire.
When they realize the truth, that Lord Larsa is
The fact
known
that
to
these
have
few
to be shepherded,
people who are
they
effectively
can devour him.
Vane's personal guard,
You're right. I shall speak on this matter with His Excellency at once. Gabranth,
and they're the power
you're
brokers
forced
of
to
the
us to
Empire.
protect Lord Larsa.
Like, they can have
agreed.
these conversations.
Aye.
I can't remember what this guy's deal is. Oh, that's right. We are indeed going to encounter a barrier. Right. Into the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We've got fun games. Actually, we've mostly just got big cats with lasers. And also, if you go too far south, there are dogs that will murder you. Like, these guys aren't too bad. And in the past, I've stopped here to grind because their pelts are quite valuable. But they do have lasers. And if you go too far down this way... Where are they? This is fine. We're not at risk here. But if you go around this corner somewhere... Whoops. Where are they? There's the barrier. Oh, shoot. Those guys. Were they invisible before? I do not want to attack them because they will very quickly murder me. Whoops. I don't think they used to be invisible when they spawned. Let's do that again. Because that kind of sucked. For some reason, the way the Golmor jungle is structured, there's like... The north side of it is about on level. And then the south side is like 10 levels higher for some reason. And so if you go and poke the blue dogs, bad stuff happens. Kills, fine. Just want to see if I can see the blue dogs. They're past here. Where are they? Those guys. Stay well clear. Because they're like... So the kills, the Panthers are 21. I think the Hellhounds are like 35 or something. So we'll stick to the cats with the lasers because they're not actually that scary. Unless they successfully laser you, which has a very low hit chance. That's a Marlborough. That won't give me pelts. So we get an eyeball out of these guys. It took me ages to get a clear look at these and what they actually were playing the original. It's one of those places where the upgrade to HD has really kind of benefited the game in terms of... Oh yeah, those are just like demons with big trailing wings. I don't remember this many enemies spawning in behind me. So I don't have haste. Why don't I have haste yet? It's the best spell. It's always the best spell. I think at one point I was working on like a typology of Final Fantasy players based on whether they preferred like haste as their main buff or protect or shell.
What is it?
I tend to favor haste.
The jungle denies us
Give me more. Give me.
What have we done? We? No.
What's that mean?
End of the sentence.
Making an appearance?
Come on, I'm talking over here.
I thought you'd left for good.
Hey!
Our choices are few.
Friend? Balthier!
This is as much for you as it is me.
Oh?
You are ill at ease. The Nethersite troubles you. You've let your eyes betray your heart.
Right.
Fran just reading Balthier. He does not like that idea.
What are you doing?
Soon you will learn.
I feel like soon you will learn is not the best translation they could have gone for there, because it's like right now you will learn.
We go to seek aid of the Viera who dwell ahead.
I bet they'll be glad to see you after so long.
And it's nice to see some of
I am
Vaughn's
unwelcome, an unsought guest in
naivety
Wood.
reflected in Pinello there. Like, it's not just Vaughn who sticks his foot in it. Even if Pinello is less obnoxious. Let's speak to some hares. They're definitely hares, not rabbits.
In the village ahead, you will find her, Mjern. Bring her to me. She will know why you call her.
Also, the idea of, like, Fran leaving Vaughn to run around on his own in this village is very funny to me. Give me the map. Not that map. Where's the Golmore Jungle map? Oh, actually, maybe the Golmore Jungle map's in an urn, now I think on it. Where are we? Those would be quite useful spells. I should sell. No! Oh, crap. I was not supposed to sell that. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, man. I can get another one way later in the game, and I'll have to look at where. I don't think I need much from this at this stage. But I bet these are good options. Yeah. I'm gonna want this even if for some things it's not actually the best option. Also, these prices. Okay. I got greedy and I sold loot that I shouldn't have sold. I can't even remember which snakes it is you get Great Serpent skins from. Maybe on the Cerobi Steppe is the first place you can get it, which is like one of the last zones in the game. One of like the last field zone in the game to unlock. Sucks. They don't like us being here, you know. We're not welcome. Let's go. Can't remember, are there chests here? Yes. A nice detail is that the chest design in this location matches the Great Crystal much later in the game. It's the only place where you see chests in these styles. It's also worth noting how the uniforms of the Viera vary. Like, different areas of the village clearly belong to different groups of different parts of the tribe. Which is significant for a side quest later on. Where are That's the wrong way. Oh no, it's not. Found the cutscene.
Hey, Mjorn lives here, doesn't she? We're here to see her.
You will leave at once.
Here we go.
It is not allowed for humans to walk on these grounds.
We'll go as soon as we've seen Mjorn.
If you can find her.
We're not leaving until you let us see her. Fine then. We'll look for her ourselves.
Vaan gives up pretty easy after all that posturing.
I've heard the voice of the wood. She says Mjorn is not in the village. Jote, where has she gone?
Why do you ask?
I wonder where they got
She
the...
has gone. Or can you not hear her? You cannot.
I wonder
Your
what the
ears are dull from
inspiration
hearing
for
their
the
harsh
Viera
speech, I
names
think.
was. It's really...
Viera who have abandoned the wood are Viera no longer. Mjorn too has left her
quite
embrace.
unusual combination of
And you forsake
letters and
them in
sound.
turn?
It is the will of the village. Viera must live always with the wood. So is the green word, and so is our law.
That one Viera in the back there looks really square.
Just do us a favor and stay out of our way. We'll find her ourselves.
Our sister has left the wood and gone west.
Back
She
the way we
wanders
came.
warrens among men who hide themselves in clothes of cold iron. Thus to me has the wood spoken.
There might be some of that, yeah.
The Viera may begin as part of the wood, but the wood is not the only end we may choose.
Scandinavian kind of thing. And there's a hint of that in their
Words I
voices.
heard 50 years ago.
Like... the kind of... but, like... Iceland not exactly known for its jungles. And this is not kind of Scandinavian pine forest territory at all. Mind you, the jungles of Evil East do have a kind of gigantism thing going on. The like all the trees are kind of redwood size, and you never really... I suppose in the Feywood, you do walk on the ground floor in the forest, but
Not bad, Vaan. Didn't think we'd get any information out of that one. So then, what was she saying about men in a warren?
The Henna Magicite mines. Maybe that's what she meant. They lie in Bangkor, south of the Osmoan Plain.
but the other jungle you visit, you know, goes to the floor of it all.
Empire. There would be soldiers.
Is that a problem? Let's move.
Here we go.
Yes?
Vaan puts his foot in it
I was
again.
wondering what Yote said, you know? About how you
The
said
way
same
the
thing
music
50
just
years ago?
dies for
Fair
this
point.
scene, like we're in a
How
in
old
a
were you again?
kind of sitcom kind of thing, and this staging is suddenly so static and open.
Nice, Vaan.
Surprisingly rude.
Try to grow up, please.
Such a weird insert in this otherwise quite somber section of the story. Right. Onwards. We've got a mine to raid. Such a good location name as well. The Road of Verdant Praise. One of those bits where it'd be really easy to get confused as well if you're not paying close attention. Because all they tell you is you have to go west. And west is actually like directly back the way we came, not not to some new area. And you have to have really been paying attention to see that you did in fact walk past it or go past a mine entrance. Even more so to work out how to get there. Let's munch a few more of these cats because I desperately need the money. And their pelts are pretty valuable. I don't want to go any further because that's where the hell dogs are, and they will fuck me up again. The spawn rate in this area is so high, though. I do have stone arrow? Yes, I do. Yeah, you have to get back to this little kind of area before you get the next breadcrumb. I should check actually on the whether it shows up on the map. Yeah, it just says south of the Osman Plain. And like technically it is south of the Osman Plain, it's like here. But you know, you have to look pretty closely at the map to see that, especially if you've not done the side quest that takes you to the northern half of this area. Hey, buddy. Your friend regains 120 HP, which is peanuts for this stage of the game. Yeah, give me the bird. It's a nice throwback, like, look for chocobo prints on the ground. Like, kind of FF7 thing. Anyway, we got any chests? We do. Yeah, that other path down there is a little bit weird. One of those chests can have something good in it, I think, in the original version of the game rather than this one. You can also get a free chocobo. If you haven't already got your free chocobo from the Moogle, you can get a free chocobo outside Jahara.
Researchers from the Draclaw laboratory. What were they doing here?
Research.
I love how, like, that exchange of dialogue is set up like a joke, right? Researchers, what were they doing here? Research. But the way Balthier says it is just deadly serious because his mind is not on like japes whenever he's thinking about Dracula. Anyway, here's the meanest area in the game. Baby version. The bottom part of the Henna Mines is so ferocious. But we can't get there yet, so... Oh. Give me your teeth, bats. Wait, hang on. Switch is back here for some reason. It's a really interesting mechanic, this stuff with the switches. But it's also really annoying. Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You hear a gate move deep within the mine, or maybe just right over here. Also, like, it's never really explained what's supposed to have happened in the mines. Doesn't Vaughn get the fire license? There it is. Like, this level has some cool, fairly significant stuff in it. But it's never really explained what the Imperials thought they were doing here and what went wrong with it. Anyway, if you've seen me play this game before, or you've seen speedruns of it, you'll know that those jellies are a prime grind spot, but not quite yet. And not at that location. Oh my god, that's so many bats. So many bats and so few teeth dropping from them. I need those teeth. Your location map for this area is complete. That's a lie. I mean, broadly speaking, they were here for the same reason they were in Brzeva, which is that they're desperate for magicite and they're digging it out of... They're interfering in every mine. Like, I don't think that they're particularly aware of there being anything different here. Although, like, a major difference is that this mine has Zodiac at the bottom of it. Whereas the magicite mines in Brzeba don't. Like, you fight Gilgamesh at the bottom of the Brzeba mines, but it's not like he's specifically bound there or anything. More teeth. Teeth, teeth, teeth. Don't really remember how big this section of the mine is. Like, you come to the lower parts of this mine a lot. Obviously for the grinding and for like seeing whether you're ready to fight Zodiac yet. But you only go through the first part once because the save crystal is so deep inside. Let's go this way first. Try not to stand on that trap. It's not worth coming this way for a chest with 23 gil in it. I think I'm having bad luck on my chest rolls today. Somewhere around here is one of those irritating unmapped areas. Here? No. Which I actually think are a cool idea, like as a little bit of an antidote to map over-reliance. As a thing that could have... There we go, there it is. Just clean off the map. Like... Oh god, that's petrify. Don't petrify me. Can I get the... Yes, there we go. Should have got that one ages ago. It's got Dispel on it. Classic FF12 moments. Bless me. I'm thinking, I'm sure I've got that spell, and you have, but you haven't actually bought the license for it yet. Haste Garmote! Yay! Where the hell do you get haste? Is it Baromeses? I have a feeling it's in a chest somewhere in this version of the game, but I could be wrong. Apologies for the snuffles, it is peak hay fever season here. I'm doing my best with antihistamines and stuff, but they still get to me a bit. That's a chest I haven't opened. This one's a mimic. The mimics are so pretty. I love how colourful they are once they're revealed. It's very silly. But give me more colour. Always give me more colour. The teleport mechanics on Ghosts are still really annoying. Okay, that's that section done with. No mimic. Wait, is that a mace? That sounds mace-ish. No. What the heck did I just pick up? Oh, it's a Technic. Right? Yes. Okay, confusion over. I can't remember what it does. Here we go. Implausibly large hallways for a mine. Like, no mine in history ever put this much effort into making space. How do we do against the Tyrannosaurus? Fine, fine. I wonder if this red door, blue door thing that is in operation here actually has any basis. Like, would this be an effective way of keeping people locked in a mine? It certainly makes it more awkward to get around. And it is kind of framed as a security feature. Mimic! The leeches are real in terms of the amount of healing they provide. You can tell I'm not too over-leveled because I've leveled up twice in the space of this stream so far. And it's only been, what, 40 minutes? Can't get through there. Nothing there. Oh, bats! More teeth. And here, let me just check Fran's equipment. Yes, good. What am I after? Why don't you have the fire license yet, Fran? What am I doing? Not paying enough attention is what I'm doing. Grab some of these, just to get her a little bit on the safer side. And then we go to here and fire her. Grab the augments. What else have we got? That's a good one to have for this next bit. Did she get channeling somewhere? There's a channeling. I'm not going to get all the way to there. Just a bunch of magic lore. Okay, that's probably all I can do for now. Let's roast some jelly. Ever think about how this must smell? Just setting fire to a bunch of slime. Oh, Fran's just chain casting cure. Let's ensure that doesn't happen. Also, the fucking gambit is wrong. Because the thing is, Fran has the flame staff, which significantly increases fire damage. Fire damage output. So, what I could do is stop there and grind like heck. But I think I'm going to press on for now. And come back and grind later. This is going to probably be quite a short stream. Because there isn't much else I can do at this point. Besides the grind, like the grind is really the next thing to do. There we go. Oh, mimics! How are we doing on MP? Ash is not yet generating enough MP. This is a problem because she's depleting over time. Wait, missed my turning. Never trust me with directions. There we go. I'm actually pretty good with directions, generally. I'm thinking too much about what to do next in the game.
Look at the Magicite. These mines much resemble the ones at Lusu. Of course, Draculaur must be searching for new sources of ore. Should the Resistance forces move, the rich veins of Magicite and Bujeba will be forever beyond their grasp.
I thought the mines in Bujeba were depleted.
Is it her? What is this mist? Mierl.
Hey, babe.
The stench of fumes. The stench of power.
Also note that her outfit doesn't match either of the uniforms that are on display in the village.
Stay away! Power-needy hume!
Shaky cam. Oh, it might just have been one of Vondor's lies. True. He's a smooth operator, that one. I like Marquis Ondor. Like he's a really interesting. You know, he's a decent bloke, and his perspective on how the Resistance should work is such a good foil to Ash's. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like the dragon has basically no connection to Mjörn and whatever is happening to Mjörn here. That's like, this is just some random dragon, as happens a few times in this game. I think the trick to this one is to spread everyone out. They can also just like hit the guy. Yeah, you spread out so that the breath doesn't hit everyone. But of course, if Ash and Larsa insist on edging ever closer to one another, they're going to get a little bit ganked. Wait. Is someone healing it? Oh no, it's Bash being chain healed. Just keep seeing the green number pop up through the boss. Dragon down. A slightly underwhelming Tiamat, it must be said. Even like the dragon models in this game are so good though. I love how chunky they are. Here goes. Also, I don't understand why that one shatters when Larsa was able to literally throw his at Backgammon and it fell to the floor. And like, the idea must be that it's been fucked with in some way, but I don't know what. And I also don't know why there was an Ecuria in the mine.
That thing inside her.
I think it's Vanar. But I'm not sure, and I don't think it's ever confirmed.
Is it you?
Not a death scene. Just kind of staged like one.
When the Hume soldiers came to the wood, the village took small heed of them. So long as the wood herself is safe from harm, the Viera give little care to goings-on beyond her. But in me, an uneasiness stirred. I had to discover why they had come.
So you came here hoping to find something out and got yourself caught. You're as foolhardy as your sister.
That's rich coming from you, Balther.
They took me then, and set close beside me a stone. They said its mist would be drawn into me, that the Viera well suited this end.
That's interesting, actually.
Coming from the stone, and
like, because the Nethicite absorbs magic, right? The mist is absorbed into Nethicite.
From the Dawn Shard drove me too into such a rage.
But for some reason, it transfers
manufactured Nethicite
from Nethicite to the Viera.
Means Penelo, the stone I gave you. Do you still carry it with you?
Sure, it's right here.
This is a thing more dangerous again than I had imagined. I should never have given it to you.
It literally saved our lives at one point.
I didn't know.
I'd always thought of it as sort of a good luck charm. And even if it is dangerous, on Leviathan it kept us...
Also, like, how does Penelo cast any spells while carrying that thing around? Like, it's just in her back pocket. It would have sucked all the mist out of her.
There is a place for all things, even danger such as this.
I hope you're right about that.
I guess so, yeah. But also, like, it's mostly designed as a weapon, right? I mean, so like she is learning the wrong lesson, or she's experimenting with learning the wrong lesson, but also there's a deeper point there, which is that like some degree of material force is needed. Like I think in some ways you have to pass through where Ash is now
Take it.
to get to where she ends up.
Here is a permission. Pass through the wood and leave. To other places go.
That cannot be all. I saw it when I left the village.
Her actual like jaw trembles, like her lips tremble in her animation.
The wood alone is for us.
I just constantly staggered by how detailed the facial animations are.
I too wish to live freely. To leave this wood. Do not do this. You must remain away from the Humes. Stay with the wood. Live together with the wood. This is your way. But Fran, my sister... I am no longer of you.
I have discarded wood and village. I won my freedom, yet my past has been cut away forever.
Yeah.
No longer can my ears hear the green word.
And like even at the end of the game,
This solitude.
like the position of Rabanastre isn't secure. Like
Sister.
the balance of power hasn't shifted. Arcadius is still huge, Rosaria is still huge, Rabanastre is still small.
You must forget my existence.
The actual lesson here is that nation states are a bad idea, but that's a whole other thing. We get to that.
I am sorry to make you do this.
I like the implication that there's a kind of communication that's passed between them.
Of the wood. I threw down these laws. It is better that I do this. Better I than one who must uphold these laws herself.
Yeah. This shit was there on PS2. They did this on PS2. What the hecky?
I have a request. Listen to the wood's voice for me.
I keep thinking about
fear she
the
hates.
dark tufts on Fran's ears here. Like, clearly they're signifying something about how her relationship to the wood has changed. It's not just that she's extra goth. And this scene, this is such clever writing.
The wood longs for you, for the child gone from under her boughs.
A pleasant lie, that.
Be cautious. The wood is jealous of the Humes who have taken you.
Such a
I
good
am as them now,
twist there.
am I not? Goodbye, sister.
The little kind of flinch of her eye. I don't think I'd noticed that before. Like, she almost winks at Jotei. God, it is absurd, the level of detail they put into this game. Have you got any new stock? No. But I have a bunch of stuff to sell. Hurrah! Puts my finances in a slightly better position. Anything here? I wish the bazaar organised things so that the new unlocks always appeared at the bottom of the list and or were highlighted as new. This shit's useless. Their light armor, their magic armor. I don't really want to spend 10,000 gil on armor at this stage. Not with only 28,000 in my inventory. Also, the first warning about crystal bugs. Another cool thing that this game... Like, mimics are a cool idea. I think the mimic is a really good... the chest that becomes a monster is a really good addition to the JRPG kind of design philosophy and stuff. But the extra step this goes of having mimics save crystals in a couple of places, it's so good. Especially the third one, the one that's a real fucker. I really like this effect. The walking through the gate effect is a nice one. A lot of the magic effects in this game have really kind of pleasing glassy effect to them. Like they're laser light type effects, but there's this kind of like clarity to them, precision to them. Why don't I have haste yet? This sucks without haste. Before I save, let's see how many characters can get Remedy Law augments. Because we're about to do a status heavy boss fight. Almost all of that is magic law. I think Vani's supposed to get that one, but not yet. There's a Remedy Law, that'd be a useful one to have. I know that Vaan can't get all the Remedy Laws. There's HP that's on the table as well. What do we got? Potion Law 1, Potion Law 2, Swiftness, Potion Law 3. God, there's some weird shit down here. Always grab every Swiftness we can find. Gotta go fast. There's Remedy Law 1. I knew it was around here somewhere. And everything around here is like damage and stuff. 43. Every little helps. Oh. Who else am I actually using? I'm not sure Bash gets any Remedy Law. If he does, where would it be? Like down here somewhere, maybe? These grids are so weird. What else have we got? God, I've got 8. What? How do I have so many license points? What the hell? Check this area, didn't I? Don't really need that. We'll go up here and get channeling. Given that I've got all these toys to play with, what's that? That's magic law. You should get spellbound. That's important. Why do you have so many LP, Bash? don't think I'm going to find much that I'm after in these parts of the grid. Okay. Just get on with it. Things are fairly well equipped. And then we shall do the Elder Worm and get extremely... Is it sleep this guy does? I can't remember. It's like sleep, sap, poison, those sorts of statuses, I think. Don't double save. Mash a different button. That might be why they've got so many LP. Let's go. One thing that does suffer a bit in this version of the game is that the dragon is less well disguised. Like, it just clearly stands out from the background more. Whereas on a fuzzy CRT, it actually did kind of fade into the background. Also, it's the second time in like 20 minutes that a dragon has just randomly been there. Good cutscene though. I do need to keep my eye on... Whoop! Where are my gold needles? There we are. Don't silence me! Farn has no magic gambit set, it's fine. This is the bit that sucks. What status is this going to give me? Oh, I don't think I've got immunity to confusion yet. What immunities have I got? Into poison and sap. For some reason I find this really difficult to read. I should get that one on Ash. Immune sleep. Which license is that? I wasn't paying enough attention. I can't remember. It's somewhere in there. 1 second. Yes, there we go. Holy shit. I got fireballed. At this stage, it is not worth using magic to res. Again? Fireball twice for over 2k damage. Should have invested a bit more in those HP licenses, I guess. Again. Where's that sand? I want to know the origin of Nukai sand. Like, because it used to just be smelling salts, which makes sense as a localization choice, fits the setting and everything. Oh, it's because of the oil. That's why it's doing so much damage to him. That was silly of me. Why are these fireballs doing so much damage to my character who is covered in the status that increases fire damage? I know this game very well. I've played it a lot. This bit's really sad. It's sad that we have to kill the plant worm. Look at how fuzzy he looks. I kind of get the feeling he'll be back, though. Somehow its death knocks all those stones that fell down blocking the entrance away. Come on. Back to the save point. Can't remember what amber amulets do. I love this game, but it does have too much stuff in it. Like, just too many different pieces of equipment. Right. That helps the finances a bit. I don't remember there being a 10,000 guild chest there. What the heck? We now resume your regularly scheduled killing random monsters in the middle of nowhere. AKA the quintessential FF12 experience, and for very good reason. That's where the rabbit spawns for one of the hunts. I find it really weird that you never get a location that's just ordinary Malboras. Like, already here we have Malboras and Great Malboras together. And you can actually encounter Marlborough Kings even before this. Although in an optional area. Let's just leave Larsa behind. It's funny. Underappreciated, extremely cool things about this game. The way that the T-Rex models are posed. Just super good to have them hunkered really low in that kind of hunting stance. Like, it's a good way of interpreting the T-Rex skeleton, and it means that they look a lot more convincing in context. I think if they were upright, one, they would you wouldn't actually get a good look at the model because most of it would be out of shot all the time. And two, it would kind of look pretty comical. Like, I think the way T-Rexes look when they're standing upright with the tiny little arms has kind of become a bit of a joke. Whereas that pose is very, very kind of explicitly a predator. Also, I love like walking straight out of the jungle into frigid mountains. Let's go and see a priest. I glance over to Twitter, and Tara is posting obscenities about one of my favourite VTubers, of course. In the best possible way. Wild onions. Yum. What would a succulent onion be like? If I pick an onion and I get a thing called a succulent fruit. What's a succulent onion? Is that just an onion with lots and lots of juice? The kind that really makes you cry when you cut it. Also, it's not clear where these are refugees from.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
And so I sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now? You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
I really like that Lars has got a good retort here, that he doesn't just stammer.
Don't take it the wrong way, Kay?
Like, Vaughn confronted with that would stammer. As would most. It's a nice kind of illustration of how mature Larsa is.
This crisis would not end were I gone. The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists. By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Ah, yes. Necessity. Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
Really cool
The sword of House Solidor
linking there
cannot be left
of
to
like
rust in doubt.
necessity
It was you,
to
Eccles,
freedom.
who tempered that sword.
Like the excuse that it provides, and then to violence.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity.
Vane will act of necessity when it suits him,
If we do not act
even though he
now,
yearns to be
it is
free.
not only our future you imperil.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
My hands are stained with blood. I see little reason to stay them now.
So they are. And so House Solidor
Poor King
lives
Gramis.
on.
He seems like a nice old man, even if he presides over a truly monstrous organization. Right. Snow times. This section of the game is also like the peak of shit's going down elsewhere while you bark up the wrong trees all the time. I wonder where in the game this time is going to be the first time that a Fangs goes off and insta-kills one of my characters. Don't think it's happened yet. But it will. Another very pretty cutscene to introduce the location. Like the giant mountain temple with floating islands all around it is a really good fantasy look. More areas like this, please. Right. Yeah, so this is the first place that you can actually buy a flame staff. And I got them... You know, I could have gotten these at the start of the game. Like, literally the second time you do anything in the game. There's anything new here? It's probably new armor, but... I don't really want to be investing in that stuff. What do we got? I'm sure that's earlier Kiraga than we used to get. And Darkra as well, which is juicy. What have we got? Immune to Confuse. That's a really important one, because Confuse is deadly. The rest of these, look at the other two of those that I need. I should put Ash back on Golden Amulet as well. Ash just decked head to toe in gold. Gold hat, gold armor, gold amulet. As befits a queen, I suppose. One of you somewhere is a map, Moogle. It's you. Like the map of Mount Baromises is 15 gil. Because there's nothing to do here. There's like 2 optional hunts, both of which are in this area. Then another one later in the game, and 1 side quest check. You come here for the plot, you come here for those 4 things, and apart from that, it's just staring at the landscape. 2 side quests later in the game, because the Behemoth King side quest is here. I still do not know what this rock formation is supposed to be. Like, is it supposed to have been sculpted by someone? If you look at it from far enough away, it's obviously like a monster's snout with the flags making fangs. But... And it's in the Behemoth King side quest. That's where you get the actual reward. But... It's just weird. Anyway, here, have another pretty establishing shot. You get the feeling they made 2 of these and then just couldn't decide between them. Pretty views. Although those clouds are moving implausibly fast. Even on, like, normal speed. Alright, in we go. Hey, old guy. We just get let in with no question. There's no, like, talking to a guard or anything. Von does like a raised eyebrow thing in the background there.
I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole.
Leroy called this section as a whole dreamlike on the podcast.
Anastasis, Your Grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Grand Kiltias, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her accession to the...
This is something you might
Here we go. Such a contrast between Al Cid and the Kiltias as well.
Emperor in waiting. You called and I have come.
Also, that's a nice touch.
This is the man
Head
I
pats.
wanted you to meet.
Head pats for the 12-year-old boy.
He is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Lars's assistance.
Also, the fucking sunglasses. Look, just... What a dweeb.
Alcid Margrace, at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor.
Penelo's reaction is so good as well.
Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
All the reactions are so good.
Larsa, in Rosaria,
What a dink.
Alcid, they dream not of war. Should empire join with empire, the way will open for a new Ivalice in our time.
Grand Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Grand Kiltias, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the Resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the Resistance would stop cold, and Rosaria's pretexts for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact, it has little to do with you.
Then what?
Again,
If Lady Ash were
like,
to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His life was taken.
this is a good payoff for all those, like, all the side stuff that's been going on with the judges.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our Emperor?
A deception and an outrage. The Senate will not stand for this.
A viper amongst our senators?
With Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own
A
sentence.
viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Grace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath! Do not tell me you join in this mama's farce!
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vayne Solidor, as Judge Magister and upholder
So
of the
much for
law,
those
I hereby
protestations of
place you
democracy.
under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vayne did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, You bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mummers motley well, Bergen.
Also, this bothers me. Like, I don't like thinking about what it would be like to be lifted by the face. Like, it's a particularly vicious gesture.
Inhuman.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Which is why you're here and he's...
I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another
This whole argument doesn't make any sense as well, because, like,
fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before
Gabranth's orders came from the Emperor. It's like, the Emperor gets to tell Gabranth what to do.
She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
With her own sword, no less. It's a game with actual acting. From 2006.
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Trace knows what she's doing as well. Like, her analysis of the situation is spot on.
Pray be quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I suppose it's not actually that slow. It always feels like a really long moment. But I guess it isn't.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Poor Larsa.
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain, but we are dealing with Vayne Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vayne wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vayne's name writ bold on history's page.
There's another line that tells you,
Arcadia's
like,
banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war.
a lot of
According to
the
our latest reports,
the actual nature of Vayne's dream is in that line.
prepares for war, under Vayne's command, no less.
We never get evidence that Vayne's a good military commander.
Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The 2nd Caravan Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Dalmasca now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
To wield power against power.
You know shit's real when his eyes open.
Truly, The words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King
The Grand
himself.
Kiltius is another one where, like, the relationship of him to other organisms in the world is not made clear. Like, is there a specific species he belongs to?
Journey across the Paramana Rift to the still shrine of Miriam.
I feel like his face is quite
rodent-y.
rodent-y.
Of his time. Seek it out. The sword of kings can cut through Nethicite.
We literally saw a lump of Nethicite shatter like half an hour ago.
The power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Ashelia Benagan and take up your sword or your
Also, where does Benargid come from as a character name? Poor kid. Hell of a time to lose his father.
My dream too fades into day.
So I could go and do the Still Shrine of Miriam. It doesn't take that long. But I think actually I will make this one a short one. And then I can actually do some grinding off stream now. Because I can just go to the Henna Mines and burn slimes until I'm satisfied. Gets me quite a lot of money as well. So no stream on this channel tomorrow, but I will be a guest on my friend Kai's 150 follower celebration stream. We're going to be voice acting a VN. It's going to be very silly. I'm going to be doing a bunch of monster voices, which is at like midnight Monday UK time. But thanks for coming, thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you there.